Well, hello you shiny solder joints, I'm Yannick and you're not. In today's episode we're not flying, we're transforming. I did not find a video for rewiring a 2S LiPo from XT30 to BT3.0, so I made one. BT3.0 is more convenient, as on a 2-inch or a 2.5-inch build, the balance plug from the LiPo can get in the props very fast. That is why this innocent LiPo here is about to undergo a full-on connector reassignment surgery. When we're finished, it will be rocking a BT 3.0 plug like it just discovered a new personality. Just a bit cleaner and no balance plug to meet its life's end at the intersection with the props. Quick disclaimer, LiPos are not forgiving. They don't oopsie, they escalate. So if you're doing this yourself, don't rush. Don't guess, and maybe don't do it at 3 a.m. after beverages and herbal cigarettes. Respect the process. Operate with one cable only at all times and you should be good. Everything you see here is filmed on a beautiful analog cam, so if anything looks cursed, it's not your eyes, it's the aesthetic. Shout out to Plati FPV for the idea. Alright, after we removed the original heat shrink, we are looking at the balance lead. Those thin little wires that look harmless, but are actually very important. We're not removing the entire balance connector, we are repurposing it. Snip the wire on one side and tape it immediately down to the LiPo. Why? Because loose wires are chaos, and chaos leads to sparks, and sparks lead to me having a very different kind of video. Also, I like to keep all cables on one side of the battery, so I move the actual power cable to the balance side and tape it as well. Second wire, same deal. Cut it, tape it down. At this point, the LiPo is slowly losing its original identity, but we are building something cooler. Now the last remaining balance wire, the middle one. This one is special. The middle one gets promoted. Remove the balance plug, strip the insulation, expose a bit of wire and prepare it for its new role in life, joining the BT 3.0 connector. Before soldering, we slide on a piece of heat shrink. Yes, before. This is one of those classic mistakes. If you forget it now, you will absolutely notice later. Trust me, I've been there. Pre-tin the pads from the new plug. Then we solder that prepared balance wire onto the middle pad from the BT 3.0 plug. Take your time here. This is not a speed run. Heat, contact, done. Alright, that's the warm-up. Now comes the part where people get nervous, the main power leads. XT30 connector, you have been great, but it's time to let go. We desolder the first power cable and like I said, do one at a time. This is not the moment to cut both and see what happens. What happens is regret. Don't forget the heat shrink at this moment. So, first cable off, move it over to the BT 3.0 and solder it onto the correct pad. Double check polarity, triple check actually. Red to positive, black to negative. Solder it on cleanly, then slide the heat shrink over the joint and shrink it down. Nice, insulated, no exposed metal. We like that. Now we repeat the exact same process for the second cable. Desolder from the XT30, put heat shrink, solder onto the BT 3.0, heat shrink on, seal it up. Now take a second to admire it. At this point the XT30 is just sitting there disconnected, questioning its purpose. I'll give it to you. You get into the box to your friends, waiting to be thrown away. Electrically, we are basically done now. The battery has officially switched teams, but visually we can still upgrade. I take a larger heat shrink, this one is actually meant for 18650 lithium-ion batteries, and slide it over the whole LiPo body. Give your little buddy a new jacket. I don't own a heat gun, I grab a regular hairdryer. Peak engineering here. Surprisingly effective though, it gets the job done and it's also hot enough to be a bit uncomfortable for the fingers. You could even go slimmer by removing the original label and that thermal wrap underneath, but I decided that's a level of commitment I'm not ready for. The final result is a BT3.0 modded 2S lipo. It will probably not change your life, but I like to tinker and I swapped too many shredded balance plugs by now. Alright, I think that's enough for today. Swapping your whole batch of lipos can be a tedious process, but I felt the nice warm rush of accomplishment when I finished it all up. Take it slow, don't bridge anything that shouldn't be bridged, and maybe keep a fire extinguisher nearby, just in case your confidence exceeds your skill. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe and comment how many 2S lipos you own. Thanks for watching and goodbye.